Habibi gang, get this, Nottingham Forest, went into Brentford's fortress and walked away with a 2-0 win.
Yeah.
Snapping Brentford's undefeated home streak.
Wow.
This is a huge G statement.
Huge is an understatement. They didn't just win, they dominated.
Yeah.
Brentford is known for their attacking flair, but Nuno Espirito Santo had Forest playing with incredible tactical discipline. What's fascinating here is how they sucked the life out of Brentford's attack.
Right.
And then hit them on the break. It was a masterclass.
And those counterattacks weren't just effective.
Right.
They were things of beauty.
Right.
Let's talk about Aina's goal.
Yeah.
That was textbook counterattacking football, wasn't it?
Textbook, you see, Brentford loves to press high.
Right.
Which can leave them exposed at the back. Neco Williams wins the ball.
Okay.
Aina times his run perfectly to stay onside.
Yeah.
And slots it past Raya. Beautifully executed.
It was like they had it all planned out.
Yeah.
And then Elanga's goal, Brentford seemed to switch off for just a second. And he punished them.
There was definitely a lapse in concentration from Brentford.
Yeah.
Keen Lewis Potter misread the flight of the ball.
Okay.
And Elanga pounced on it like a hawk. He showed great composure to place his shot into the bottom corner.
2 goals from 2 defensive errors.
Yeah.
Brentford will be kicking themselves, I bet.
Without a doubt, but you have to give credit to Forest for being clinical in front of goal.
Yeah?
They took their chances when they came, and that's what separates the good teams from the great ones.
So this win wasn't just about luck, right? Forest's defense has been rock solid all season.
Absolutely. Their defensive record is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Only Liverpool and Arsenal have conceded fewer goals.
Right.
They've built their success on a foundation of solidity at the back.
Okay, so let's rewind to the start of the match.
Okay.
Brentford came out with all guns blazing, as we expected.
Right.
How did Forest handle that initial pressure?
They weathered the storm brilliantly. The midfield battle was crucial. Nuno opted for a youthful pairing of Gibbs-White and Anderson, with Yates only fit enough for the bench.
It was a bold move considering the experience Brentford has in midfield.
Absolutely. But as Nuno said after the match,
Yeah.
it was about their tactical understanding of the game.
Right.
And they really rose to the occasion. Gibbs, White, and Anderson were composed in possession, broke up Brentford's attacks, and kept things ticking over.
There were some nervy moments, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
I remember Morado making his first start in the back 3.
Right.
Had a shaky moment early on.
Yes, that shanked clearance early on almost gifted Brentford a goal.
Oh, wow.
But to Morado's credit, he recovered well and put in a solid performance overall.
Okay.
The entire backline was organized and disciplined.
We also have to mention some of those key defensive interventions. Milenkovic was like a wall back there, wasn't he?
Milenkovic was immense. His positioning was superb.
Yeah.
And he made several crucial tackles and blocks. He really marshaled the defense.
And let's not forget about Matt Sees in goal. He made some vital saves, especially in the second half when Brentford were pushing for a goal.
Sells might not get the headlines, but he's been a calming presence for Forest all season. He's a reliable shot stopper, and his distribution was excellent today. He was definitely a key factor in Forest's clean sheet.
Okay, let's delve deeper into those goals. Now, Aina's goal was a perfect example of how devastating Forest can be on the counterattack.
Right.
Let's break it down for the Habibi gang.
Right, so Brentford is pushing high, trying to find an opening.
Okay.
They're vulnerable to balls over the top.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happens. Williams spots Aina's run.
Right.
Plays a perfectly weighted pass over the Brentford defense.
Yeah.
And Aina does the rest.
It was clinical, the timing of the run, the weight of the pass, the composure in front of the goal. It was a goal that showed just how dangerous Forest can be when given space to operate.
Exactly. And then we have Elanga's goal, which really highlights Brentford's defensive frailties on the day.
They seemed to just switch off for a moment.
Yeah.
And Elanga made them pay.
You can't afford to do that against a team with Forest's attacking talent. Lewis Potter misjudged the flight of the ball, which had been deflected slightly by the wind. Elanga was alert to the situation.
Right.
Seized on the loose ball.
Yeah.
And finished with a plum.
It was a classic poacher's goal, being in the right place at the right time.
Absolutely. It's all about taking your chances, and Forest were ruthless on Saturday.
This match was a tactical masterclass from Nuno Espirito Santo.
Oh, yeah.
He's got Forest playing like a well-oiled machine.
He absolutely has. You can see the impact he's had on this team. They're so organized defensively.
Right.
Disciplined in their shape and clinical on the counterattack. He's transformed them into genuine contenders.
Nuno's post-match interview is interesting, too. He emphasized the need for continuous improvement and not getting carried away with their current league position.
He knows there's still a long way to go.
Right.
And he doesn't want his players to become complacent.
Yeah.
That's the sign of a top manager.
The players were buzzing after the game, too.
Yeah.
Aina called it a bit of a dream, which I think sums up the feeling around the club right now. They're exceeding expectations and playing with a real swagger.
And we have to mention Elanga's comments about Nuno's multilingual communication style.
Oh, yeah.
He said it's created a really positive atmosphere within the squad.
That's a fascinating insight. It shows how Nuno is connecting with his players on a personal level and creating a real sense of unity.
This win over Brentford really solidified Nottingham Forest's status as a top team in the Premier League.
They're the real deal.
Yeah.
Habibi gang, make no mistake about it.
Let's shift our focus to the bigger picture now.
Okay.
What does this win mean for Nottingham Forest's season and their ambitions?
Well, they're sitting pretty in fourth place,
Right.
ahead of some big names. They've got a genuine shot at a Champions League spot.
A Champions League spot for Nottingham Forest. It's incredible to think about.
It is, but they've earned it.
Yeah.
They're playing with confidence.
Right.
And they've got a manager who knows how to win. But they can't afford to get complacent, right?
Absolutely. The Premier League is a marathon, not a sprint. They need to stay focused and keep grinding out results.
Nuno will make sure they don't get ahead of themselves.
Yeah.
He seems to have a very grounded approach.
He's building something special at Forest. And this win over Brentford could be a real turning point in their season.
It's a statement of intent. They've shown that they can beat anyone on their day.
And they're not just a flash in the pan either. Their success is built on solid foundations. They've got a strong defense, a dynamic midfield, and a clinical attack.
So, Habibi gang, what's the verdict? Are Nottingham Forest the real deal? Can they sustain this challenge for the top four? Let us know your thoughts.
We're keen to hear your predictions.
This Forest team is different. You can feel it. They've got a belief, a swagger that we haven't seen in years.
It's the Nuno effect, isn't it? He's instilled a winning mentality in this squad.
Yeah.
They're not just happy to be in the Premier League. They're here to make a statement.
And they're doing it with style.
Yeah.
This isn't just about grinding out results. They're playing attractive, attacking football.
But they're not naive.
Right.
They understand the importance of defensive solidity. That's why they've been so successful. They can soak up pressure, hit teams on the break, and control games.
It's the perfect blend of attacking flair and tactical discipline.
Yeah.
And it's all orchestrated by Nuno Espirito Santo.
He's the mastermind behind this Forest revolution. He's taken a team that was in the championship last season and turned them into genuine top four contenders.
It's a remarkable achievement. And the scary thing is they can still get better.
Exactly. They're a young team with a lot of room for growth if they can keep this core group together.
Right.
And continue to develop under Nuno's guidance. The sky's the limit.
Imagine Nottingham Forest back in the Champions League.
Wow.
It'd be a fairy tale story.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. This win over Brentford was a huge step in the right direction.
Yeah.
It showed that they can compete with the best teams in the league.
They're not going to back down from anyone. They're fearless.
And they've got the support of a passionate fan base. The City Ground has been rocking this season. The atmosphere is electric.
So, BB gang, what do you think? Are you on the Forest bandwagon yet? Can they really pull off a top four finish?
We want to hear your predictions.
This Nottingham Forest team is the real deal. They're exciting to watch. They're playing with confidence, and they've got a manager who's a tactical genius.
The future looks bright for Forest, and we can't wait to see what they achieve.
That's it for this week's Deep Dive, Habibi gang. We hope you enjoyed the analysis.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Pundit Habibi podcast and join the official Habibi gang for more in-depth football analysis. We'll catch you next time.